Hey guys, DankMemes6911 here, and I want to talk about one of the most interesting days I've had in a while. This was yesterday, and I've got two stories. So the first story includes me, Truman, because it's my gamer tag, my friend Jen, who has a channel, you'll want to check it out, gaming in general. Then there's Saint, who's our friend, and Madden, who is also our friend and is Saint's brother. So I was talking to Saint, we were exchanging messages, you know, just having a good time, joking about random things because we're assholes, you know, drugs and suicide. Anyway, I began doing wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man skit from Family Guy. Saint sent me back, I can't do this anymore. Now, because we joke about suicide, I didn't really see anything wrong with it. But then he said that he can't take it anymore, and he just can't live here. This will be his final goodbye. That was weird. It actually sounded suicidal. But me, being an asshole and going along with the joke, said, "But you've got so much to live for, don't kill yourself. But if you do a flip. It'll look awesome, because I'm a great friend." Anyway, after that I didn't really hear much from him, so it was just a normal day. I got into a party with Jen and we just began talking. Next thing you know, Jen gets a message from Saint saying, "This is my final goodbye, Jen." Immediately, this shook Jen to his core. He was scared and actually thought Saint was going to commit suicide. Immediately, I tried to be a friend and say, "Don't worry, he sent me something along those lines as well," and I said, "This is a joke." Immediately Jen snaps at me going, "This is serious." At this point he was freaking out. He was freaking me out, making me think that our friend Saint's committing suicide. So what we did was Jen immediately began tried to get Madden into the party. And me and Jen were talking about like, this has to be a joke, this has to be a joke, but we were freaking out and we truly didn't believe it. So, Madden joins the party and we quickly get Saint on. And through that, we're not hearing Saint, we're just hearing Madden shout for Saint, and we're thinking, "Oh god, what, we're too late." Then Saint comes on and this is when we hear the truth. He's going to college. We thought our friend Saint was committing suicide when what he was actually telling us was he's going to college and we won't be speaking to him for a while. That's one of the weirdest things you end up doing in a night, freaking out over possible suicide of a friend after you were just an asshole saying at least do a flip. But anyway, let's get back to the second story. This story happened a bit later on and was pretty interesting. So, I was still in party with Jen and suddenly I got a message from this random person which was a smiley face. Now, I didn't know who this person was, so I of course asked who they were, and they replied that their girlfriend was telling them to talk to other people. And so this person went into the friends list and found me. So I thought, okay, and before we continue, I'm going to refer to this person as a she, because it kind of sounded like it was a she. I'm not homophobic or against homosexuality, just in case, because I know that the internet is very easily offended nowadays. But anyway, we were talking, and she was actually talking about just what kind of games I had. I said Assassin's Creed Syndicate, and she said something along the lines of yes, and that she had just recently finished Prey. Now, in hindsight, I looked at her game score and there was nothing, so I highly doubt she played it if she was on the Xbox. But anyway, that's beside the point. So, she was asked me if I was free, and I said, yeah, what kind of games do you have? She then says that she's got something different in mind, and so begins this story of how she invited me into a fetish porn chat room. Now, this is all legit. It's really funny to have happened to me. So, let's begin. So, she was talking about, like, how her girlfriend was working later on, like, a website, and how her girlfriend got her into doing this website as well. So, she was talking just really vaguely. I thought, okay. She began talking about, like, how she wanted to invite me. Now, this was weird, because how often does this kind of stuff happen to you? But anyway, I actually continued investigating because I really wanted to fuck with this person, see how far they would actually go. So, of course, I acted a bit interested. And what she ends up beginning to do is she begins talking about how she's about to go live soon in a private chat room, and she sends me a link called lustfulgamer.com. I searched that up, and it is literally a chat room fetish porn site saying, wait for it, saying you have been invited. She sent me a free invite link to a fetish chat room porn site. So, she begins talking about, like, how you'll have to make an account to see her. I never got around to doing this, but it still gets a bit weird. So, we're still talking, and I start asking her questions, and she's really dodging them, like, really a lot. Like, I began asking, what's your name? And she would dodge, continuing to talk about her quote-unquote work. And it just got really weird and out of control. I asked her what her name was again, and she replied with, "You've already forgotten?" She didn't even give me her name, she just sounded like she was trying to be seductive or some shit. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway, what ends up happening is that, she says, I can't wait for us two to be in the chat. And so, of course, me being me, I was interested vaguely. Then she said something amazing. Just let me get my toys. I hope to see you in the chat room. That's that's something you don't really hear every day. I was invited into a fetish porn chat room. Anyway, guys, I know there's some stupid stories, but I'd like to say thank you for listening, and I hope you guys have a good day. This bit of footage is from the Destiny 2 beta. It's a bit of a strike. So yeah, anyway guys, just enjoy this little bit that I've got, and I hope to see you guys next time.
A friendly warning. I am detecting seismic events all along the planet's crust. I believe the Red Legion is to blame. Hey, who wants to bet the Vax will tear us all apart trying to fix it?
Agreed. Be careful, Guardian. There's no one out there to back you up.